guys, what's up? Unsportsmanlike conduct, Gabb, Bree. We're here to talk some NFL with you. But before we do that, Bree, I have something I need to ask you. Okay? It's a big deal. So, as you have seen, the Cleveland Guardians, they won the AL Central. It may be the worst division in baseball. I don't
Doesn't
care.
matter.
Don't care. They still won. White Sox, you still lost. Twins, you lost. The other two, you had no chance. So this is like my formal invite as a Cleveland Guardians fan to ask you if you want to be a part of the Cleveland Guardians postseason bandwagon.
Yeah, because, and I say this because one, obviously we know the Red Sox are not, they've already been eliminated. This year was just
right. I mean, I've been there before.
Just horrible year. Obviously not going to root for the Yankees, Astros, none of that.
We have the opportunity to maybe play the Yankees how it's lining up. First game, maybe Seattle, maybe Tampa Bay. If we win, Yankees time.
Yeah, I'm not going to root for Tampa either.
Yeah,
same division. Tampa fans are starting to annoy me with the whole Tampa Bay thing. So I think I'm in.
Okay, thanks. The game starts October 7th. Shane Bieber takes the mound October 7th. Krista McKenzie on the 8th. Cal Quantrill to follow.
Maybe, my birthday's the 8th. Maybe this will bring some good luck.
Perfect. See, it's perfect timing for everything to line up. And we have Terry Francona. How much more perfect could it get than that?
I love Tito. I'm in.
White Sox, real quick message for you. Screw you. That's all I got. That's my baseball talk of the day. Anyways.
What happened with the White Sox? Because I've seen everybody,
trolling them beyond compare. Yeah. So a few guys on their team said, Cleveland Guardians, you are going to crumble. Crumble was the key word here.
The Tim Anderson double bird thing.
Oh, that one's
you
old.
guys?
That one's old. Yes,
okay.
But like old.
Okay.
That was a while ago. That was like during the middle of the season. We're all so bad.
Got it.
So White Sox said, you guys are going to crumble. We are going to make you regret this. We are going to beat you. And they got swept by us and then lost games to the Tigers. So it kind of sucks for them.
Tigers. Speaking of bad baseball team.
Right. So couldn't have been any worse for them for the finish of the season.
Sucks.
For the Guardians to steal the division from them. The Cleveland Guardians also have never not won the AL Central. Because
maybe,
first time being the Guardians. So
maybe when I come to visit in a couple weekends, hopefully they're still playing. That would be fun.
And then that would be the Yankees series.
Oh, hell yeah.
Right. It's all lining up to be so perfect.
Hell yeah. Okay, I'm in. Guardians fans.
+1 on the Guardians board.
I'm joining. Let's do this thing.
Yeah, let's
Cinderella story.
Let's beat the Yankees. Let's beat the Yankees. Let's win the first series. But for them, like realistically though, nothing they could do the rest of the season could hurt my feelings, make me upset with how they performed. They were supposed to win 75 games. You have them here at like 80 some. Yeah. Youngest team in baseball. So
cool. I'm in. But shall we talk about football? Because there's a lot.
Yes.
A lot to talk about.
There's a lot going on in the NFL. A lot of mediocre play has been happening.
This week, I feel like there were a lot of really good matchups, and it just as a whole, the week was boring.
Yeah, none of the games were really that exciting.
So stupid.
So we had the Steelers and we had the Browns Thursday Night Football. That feels like a year ago.
Yeah.
That was so long ago. Game was in Cleveland, Ohio. I do like the Amazon broadcast, but I have some complaints.
Actually.
I have some complaints. Like it's good. I enjoy like the product of it. I think it's really good. But if you were gonna go to a town for the home team, you might want to like talk about them.
Yeah.
And like know what you're talking about. They said the NFC North like 4 times. Every time Nick Chubb had the ball, they would say Kareem. Kareem had the ball, they would say Nick Chubb. They called Kenny Pickett, Eric Pickett, Ryan Pickett, Kenny Powers.
Kenny Powers.
It was just a lot, but like it was good. Overall, besides that, like I enjoyed it, and especially enjoyed it because my football team won and Jacoby Brissett is somehow playing like a top 10 quarterback.
Yeah, I'm so proud of him. So happy for him, so proud of him. But on the flip side, when are the Steelers going to make a move?
I don't think
It's
they
got to
want to
happen.
just but like I don't know if they want to do it right now. Their
I
games are
feel
kind of
like,
I mean, if you're going to do it maybe against the Jets, do it now. But if you're not
yeah,
going to, it's going to be a little rough because then you have the Bills, Bucks, Dolphins.
which is,
So,
as it stands right
brutal.
now, a
The
gauntlet.
brutal.
Yeah.
That's going to be pretty brutal. Yeah, so I mean, maybe do it now, but it's just getting worse from there.
Yeah. I mean, I don't I don't think they're going to be worse off with Kenny Pickett as they are right now with Mitch Trubisky. I just
I mean,
he's
also
not it.
their
He's not.
offensive coordinator. Sorry, Mr. Canada, but I don't like anything that I'm seeing.
Yeah.
And I don't think the fans like it either.
Well, I mean, during the Pats game, you couldn't tell what they wanted because 1 second they're cheering for Trubisky, and then the next they're saying they want Kenny Pickett, and then they're cheering. And then they just went back and forth and back and forth. So I don't even think they know what they want at this point. Which my only opinion on this, aside from the fact that I do think that they should make the move now, is if they feel like they can compete, and especially Mike Tomlin, if he feels like this team can compete, he's got to pull the trigger. He's just
Well,
got to
they've
do
gotta
it
do something. I mean, you
because
had
it's not
Pickens.
looking
Did you
great right
see the
now.
clip of Pickens wide open throwing a fit after he didn't
Oh,
get the ball? It's gonna turn ugly if you don't do something. And I
yeah,
don't
it's
think
not
it's
going to be
all
good.
on Mitch Trubisky. I don't think it's all on him at all, but that's where
No,
the blame is going to go.
it's he's the quarterback. That's where the majority of the blame game falls. But also, call a spade a spade. He's not good.
Yeah, he's
He's
very good.
not. So it's I think against the Jets might be the best bet, but I also could see Tomlin not wanting to do that with the following 4 games, not throw Kenny Pickett under the
Yeah,
bus
because I don't really
like
want
that.
to see
But
the Bills. Who knows with them right now? Because they're a little beaten up. They're literally
yeah,
down to like 5 players. So maybe, but their offense is
well,
going to score a lot. So
perfect segue into the Bills because I am about to flip my lid.
okay, I feel like it has to be so miserable for you because you have these two fan bases who
I
are which
it's
I do like the
insufferable.
Bills fans. I do like the Bills fans. I get it because losers have to stick together.
Yeah,
But you have one screaming, another one screaming. You guys are just in the middle. Those two keep fighting. And
like
neither of you guys. What are you? What's the deal? Neither of you guys are gonna win an argument on the internet over who's a better team
the whole
because
thing ridiculous.
yeah.
So here's what I have to say about the two fan bases. I'm going to start with the Bills
Okay.
because I feel like this is a little bit nicer than what I have to say with the Dolphins fans.
God. Well, the
Um,
Dolphins fans. I mean,
so starting off with the Bills Mafia, listen, I understand that you guys played in really harsh conditions. I understand that the majority of the team,
not
the
on the field.
majority of your starters on defense were not playing this game. You were really thin in the secondary. I get all of that.
And the
People
secondary
were
held their own.
people were dropping like flies because of the heat. I got it all. I understand. I watched, clips of it throughout the Pats game, flipping back and forth. However, just because you lost that game is not an excuse to say it's unfair that you had to play in these conditions.
Well, everybody does.
And everybody does. The Dolphins are playing in those conditions too. Now, granted, the home team sideline, yes, is in the shade. That's just how the stadium was built. I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you. I don't
But everybody
necessarily
has to
think
play there. Not
don't
everybody.
necessarily think they made the stadium just to spite the Buffalo Bills in that game. The stadium was built however many years ago. This
it
is nothing
was
new.
in some spite, but they didn't say, "Oh, in 2022, Josh Allen, we're going to screw you over."
Exactly. Yeah, that's
We're
what I
going
mean.
to screw everybody over, actually.
Like, you look at the Patriots, they go down to Miami and they play like crap. Year in and year out. They have an advantage at the beginning of the year in terms of weather and playing conditions and things like that, just as Buffalo has the advantage in playing conditions at the end of the year. It's blistering cold. There's snow, wind, whatever. From the end of November until the end of the playoffs, if you even make it. Now, are you going to get mad at the other team's fans, whoever has to come into Buffalo during that time and say, oh, well, get over it when they say it's unfair that they had to play in those conditions? Like, do you see the double standard
you
here?
use it to your advantage. A 6-degree game that for
get
some
over
reason I
it.
had to stand in for 3 hours.
Exactly. Do you think the Patriots, as a Patriots fan, I'm not going to sit here and say, oh my God, it was so freaking cold, blah, 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 the wind, whatever. Like, that's just what it was. There was 30-mile-per-hour winds.
Look at Jacoby Brissett in the wind.
Who
He was
cares?
beautiful.
Get over it.
Yeah, so
That's to the Bills.
now to the
Miami Dolphins fans. I'm sick of you already. It's been 3 weeks and I have had enough. I've had enough. I'm done. I don't think personally that what the Dolphins are doing is sustainable. That last week, I'm going to continue to say
I agree. And I have a comment about the Dolphins, but I will leave it.
Okay. I don't think what they're doing is going to last. I don't think relying on the outsides of the offense to make things happen, meaning the skill players and not Tua, is going to be something that they can maintain long term. Now, am I impressed and do I feel like it might be time to start eating crow on Tua? Yes, I'm impressed. No, I'm not there yet. First of all, the fact that he even finished that game is insane.
Yeah,
based
that
on
should not have ever happened. But
how hard he hit his
not
head,
a team
and
doctor.
how wobbly he was when he got up and stuff. And I know that they're saying it's like a back injury and whatever, but I'm not buying it. Sorry, it's a no for me. I'm gonna need you guys to chill, because this quarterback is still. I mean, we're in year 5 now, 4 or 5, and we're still having conversations of, is Tua the guy? What are they going to do if he's not the guy? If he was the guy, we shouldn't be having this conversation, and he has yet to prove that. You have a first-year head coach. You are a franchise. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna go there. A franchise that's been known to not be all that good in recent memory. Last time I'll go as far back as like the Chad Pennington days, and even that,
God,
maybe we'll be a little iffy there. So relax. 3 weeks. That's all. It's 3 weeks into the season. You just saw the New York Giants get their first loss of the season last night, and Giants fans were already getting mad at me for not picking them to win that game because they're 2-0.
Well, they're not very good.
Exactly. They're not very good. Just because you have an undefeated record this early in the season does not mean for making the playoffs, going to the Super Bowl, winning the Super Bowl. Pump the brakes, please. Because last year, you saw the crazy stretch of winning 7 in a row after you lost your home first game of the season. Won 7 in a row. Then what happened? Lost 7 in a row.
Right,
missed the
bad.
playoffs.
Yep. really
bad. This league is crazy. Things happen. Predictions get screwed up. Trends like this don't stay more often than not. Relax.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with the Dolphins fans needing to relax. So this is what I'm going to compare them to, and they're definitely better than this team.
Okay.
But it's giving me vibes of Bengals fans from last year. They are better. They are definitely better.
Do you think they're better than that team? Because I think they're pretty on par. I think it's
I think that they're better. I think the Bengals are not good.
The Bengals from this year, the Bengals from last year.
The Bengals from last year, I still think are not very good. I just don't think. I think it's the coach. A lot of other things. I think Joe Burrow is good, but I don't think he's as good as everybody is making him to be. I think this might get me canceled with the women of the internet. But I think that he's a slightly better, taller Baker Mayfield. He has the same attitude. He acts the same. He runs into people for no reason, taking shots. And he
People
likes
are
to
not gonna
talk.
like that.
He likes to talk a little too much shit sometimes. Remember before the season, he said everyone's gonna regret what they said. Blah blah blah. Like anybody out there is gonna make a play. We have a new O line. Everything's gonna be good.
Yeah,
Now,
I bought it.
right? It's the personality.
Okay.
Electric personality draws people in, gets the crowd going, gets everybody hyped. Does a little too much sometimes. But he is definitely better. Like by a
Oh
lot.
yeah. Yes. Okay.
Same
Making sure
attitude.
that's there.
Same attitude, same vibes. Better quarterback, not as good as Patrick Mahomes. Josh Allen.
Yes. The only thing I'll say about that though is I feel like he has more of a reason to like that because he has proven that he's, at least a
Right, but like he's
B-grade
always been
quarterback.
like that. He's always been
Yeah.
like that. It's not like it's just a new thing. I feel like he's always been like that, but it's just been like because I don't know. Everyone thinks Baker Mayfield's. I don't
Wears
really get it. Either.
sunglasses. I
Right.
don't know.
It's just I don't know.
Not really sure.
So, but I like Joe Burrow way more than Baker Mayfield.
Way more than Baker.
Way more than Baker Mayfield. But he just has some attitudes.
Yeah. Okay. He's done more to, I guess, back it up is the better way to put that.
Yes. Yeah. But it might come back to bite him. Who's to say though? They got their first win and they're gonna have a big game this week. I don't know. Speaking of the Bengals, did you see Eli Apple? If anyone didn't see, Eli Apple pulled an Antonio Brown and not running off the field. He jumped and hugged the goalpost, and I don't know why he did this. It was on like a bad Joe Flacco throw. He just turns around and full on hugs goalpost midair and slides down it like a fucking stripper pole.
The nonsense we're gonna get this week from him and Tyreek Hill. I already have a headache.
Awesome. No,
I already have a headache though.
You don't like it?
They're both so corny to me.
Yeah, that's the whole point though. I'm gonna laugh. Both are super, super funny and not making me laugh at their jokes. I'm laughing at what they're doing.
Yeah. I don't know.
There's going to be a lot of shit talk too.
Tyreek, like everything he's said in like his post-game stuff, I'm like, and maybe it's,
you know what he's doing.
Maybe it's because like I already don't like him for reasons, and now he's a Miami Dolphin, and like it's just ew, top to bottom. So that's probably why. But with the Pit Vipers on and stuff, I'm just like, dude, give it, please.
He's a little hype beast, content creator, friends with Jake Paul. Like, what do you expect? He's gonna talk like that in an interview.
Yeah, well, yeah, there you go. And then Eli Apple is just Eli Apple. I mean,
right, Eli. I'm just not even gonna. I have nothing to say. Eli Apple. If you would ever watch this, which I wouldn't be surprised if you did. Link's right there. You can click it. You best be on your A game for this because if not,
it's not going to be good. You thought after the Super Bowl was bad? Like this might come.
Remember when you tweeted at him and said he's a baby, and then they started posting their Super Bowl rings, which you now don't have. Right. Yeah. That's not going to be good for him. So Tyreek Hill scores a touchdown that game. 100%.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
probably.
I feel like that's a safe bet to say Tyreek Hill touchdown in that game, but we'll talk more about that in a second.
Sure. What else?
If we want to go back to the Bills, I do have a topic to bring up. I feel like everybody's like blowing this out of proportion. I don't think it was that big of a deal. I think in a moment like that, I would be pretty pissed off too.
Okay, what are we talking about here?
I'm talking about their coordinator in the booth, slamming the iPad. Slamming the iPad after the game was lost. He put you guys in a perfect position to win the game, and you didn't execute it, and he was pissed off after that weak performance. I'd be mad too. And everyone's like saying he should be reprimanded, maybe come for his job. I'm like, for what? He threw a piece of paper. I'm sorry.
So what I have to say about that, and I saw a few other people say it, and I completely agree. So shout out to those people. Out when Tom Brady acts like that. And then I see other people saying, oh, heat of the moment, whatever. And I totally agree. I totally agree. I probably would have reacted the same way. Like, I get it. And this is kind of similar to Josh Allen ripping off the defensive lineman's helmet in the scrum and
Right.
people comparing it to Mac Jones. Like, why, when one person does it, we're going to give it a pass and we're going to do whatever, or in the
Say come for
opposite
their
breath,
job.
say, oh my God, they shouldn't be doing this. They should be suspended, this, that, and the other. Like,
I mean, I don't really think either is a
pick
big
and
deal,
choose.
but like,
I think the Josh Allen thing was a little more.
no, I meant like Tom Brady plus.
Oh, yes.
Tom,
Okay.
I mean,
yeah.
like, so my thing with it is like Tom Brady iPad. They said that we're gonna fine people if they do it. Why didn't you just fine him? If you want to make a
Yeah.
point about it, why didn't you just fine him?
Right.
So
why,
you're gonna punish other people because of what he did. I mean, like, all should be like probably punished for doing that, but
yeah. I mean,
maybe just maybe start with him and then go down.
that doesn't make sense why you would say you're going to punish somebody after somebody does the thing that you're going to now punish people for. Why not just set the example by punishing the person and then continue?
Right. So if Tom Brady gets fined, I don't think anybody else is gonna.
Yeah, there you go. That
I feel like that
Make
was
an
the best way to
example.
start. Then you had the Bills coach slamming the iPads next.
the guys and the assistants in the background kill me.
They
Just
said
like,
turn the camera off now. They knew
like,
it was coming.
man, I don't necessarily blame them.
I mean,
The execution, the clock
terrible.
management, stuff like
Terrible.
that. Awareness, not there.
Yeah,
not
literally
there.
all bad. I
But
watched a little bit of that game. I did not watch the whole thing. I watched the very end, and I'm glad I didn't watch it because it looked miserable.
it looked like a shit show from the pieces that I caught.
Right.
I tuned into that game after Mac Jones got hurt because I was like, okay, this game's obviously very much over. It was over before that happened, but that was like my
Well, I
breaking
mean, they
point.
gave a little hope. I thought they were going to come back at the end.
Yeah.
Right.
I'll get there in a minute. I flipped over to the Dolphins Bills game, and the first play I saw was the butt punt, and I was
Mhm.
like, "What the hell is going on? This day is so stupid." And those were only the 1:00 games, or the
It
morning
didn't get any
games,
better.
whatever.
It did not get any better. And
The rest of the day just moronic on every level.
yeah, it was
Football
really
is
bad.
the
Really
stupidest
boring.
sport.
I took a
Ugh.
nap during 4 o'clock.
That Bucks Packers game, yes, which not surprising. We said it was going to be like that, but I think it was just bad. But let me get into this Patriots
Yeah,
Ravens game.
let's talk about two of my favorite teams.
Patriots Ravens. So first and foremost, I want the Patriots fans that got mad at me for picking the Ravens in the game to apologize because I was right, and B, to understand that I did this from a rational standpoint and not as a homer. Because if I was a homer, I would pick the Patriots in every single game, and that's just obviously not realistic. It's not based on how this team is structured right now and the way they're playing, whatever. Not realistic, even if Tom Brady was still with the Patriots. Anyway, the reason why I picked the Ravens to win this game is because of Lamar Jackson. And what do you know?
Really good at football and needs a lot of money.
What do you know? He did exactly what I expected him to do. He's a freak. He should have been sacked a hell of a lot more times than he was. And I'm going to give him credit for that, as well as saying it's pass rushers just let him slip through his fingers and then go back to tackling 101 because wrap up maybe once or twice. But above all else, I think Lamar Jackson is the reason, and that connection to Mark Andrews is legit.
I mean, he's going to score so many touchdowns.
He's
Would you
just a
say, okay,
freak.
we asked this question. Let's just throw this out there right now. Mark Andrews, Travis Kelce, who do you want? See, it's hard. It's a hard question because both very good. However, I might go with the one that's younger.
Well, yes, that. But I like Mark Andrews more as a true tight end than I liked, and I've been
Well,
saying
yeah,
this for
because
forever.
Travis Kelce has to be a wide receiver at this point. Nothing is working there.
I've been saying it for forever. Travis Kelce is a glorified wide receiver. He's just a bigger bodied wide receiver. I think he's a very good player. This isn't
Right.
me trying to hate on the guy and say that he's not good at his position. Um, don't necessarily think he's the prototypical tight end. Like his blocking has definitely gotten better over the years, but I'd take guys like George Kittle and Mark Andrews any day.
Yeah, I'm taking Mark Andrews 100%. This
A
is
healthy
not
George
biased
Kittle.
or anything. It's just I think he's better.
He's really good, and he's what, 27?
Yeah, I think 27.
That is a major factor too, because that's a position where
Yeah, the only thing I
bodies
don't
and
like
stuff.
about Mark Andrews is the fact that he went to Oklahoma, but
yeah,
it's only a
well,
quarterback thing, I guess, that makes you.
I don't
Anyways,
know.
Mac Jones,
know.
what's the deal? How long is he going to be out for? Why is
So-
Cleveland, Ohio, Northeast Ohio, Brian Hoyer going to start? Why not the guy you guys just drafted in the first round?
So Mac Jones has a high ankle sprain that is supposedly severe.
Well, yeah, did you
And
see the photo? Everybody saw the
Oh,
photo.
I saw the photos.
He looked like he was giving birth. That is like messed up to say, but I imagine that's what someone looks like when they're literally giving birth.
Listen, I understand that probably hurt like a mother
Oh,
effer.
for sure.
1,000%, I get that. Those photos are very unfortunate.
The ones of him
because-
jogging off the field.
And
guy.
maybe that's just him. Like, he makes weird faces when, he's getting sacked and stuff. Maybe that's just him. But those pictures of him getting carried down the stairs, they look like his leg got amputated on like the battlefield or something. And
it basically did.
I'm really not trying to make light of it. That's just what the photos look like. I understand that he's actually very injured, and this is,
his
gonna
ankle's
have an
probably
effect on the
purple at
team.
the
I get
moment,
that.
And Bree size is larger than what it normally is. So
Just photos look like. But yeah, high ankle sprain, pretty severe. He's getting a second opinion, which is supposed to determine surgery.
Well, that would not be good.
Well, so the surgery that he would be getting, I've done my research on this. There's a orthopedic
Sports
doctor.
TikTok?
No, she's
okay. Because I see those on TikTok all the time with all the doctors.
No. There is a doctor on Twitter. I believe her name is Dr. Jess. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, if you know who I'm talking about. And she's a Patriots fan. And when, Pat's players get hurt, she's the one that's, tweeting
Saying
out
what she thinks
it is and what the prognosis should be and everything. And she brought up the tightrope procedure, which apparently is what Tua had in college when he got hurt and then came back in like a ridiculous amount of time, like way before he should have for the same injury. So that is, I'm assuming, on the table. Whether that's the route the team and Mac want to go remains to be seen. But I feel like if you really think that this team could be a playoff contender, which it's still way too early to count them out. I don't care what anybody says. It's way too early. That seems like the no-brainer option. Now, if you don't necessarily think, like, if say I'm Bill Belichick and I'm looking at this team and I'm just like, my offensive coordinator, the offense itself, we could be better at this and that, the defense, whatever. Any reason he can come up with to convince himself that this isn't a playoff team, then I think let that injury heal on its own, take a little bit more time. But I'm hoping it's the former and not the latter in this situation because, listen, I love Brian Hoyer. I think he's a great guy. I'm a fan. He's a very integral part to this football team. in the sense that he should be a coach and not a quarterback.
Okay, but why? Why him and not the guy you just drafted? Why not Mac Jones
Experience.
Jr.?
I
No,
feel
come
like
on, throw him out there. I feel like
just
fuck it,
experience
put him
at
on
this
the field.
point.
Put him on the field.
Hoyer's 0-11 in his last NFL starts.
Listen,
though.
I've seen
Like,
the man play plenty. And I never
The
want to
last-
see it again.
the last game he started against the Chiefs looked pretty okay, and then that sack right before halftime and then Jarrett Stidham came in, and
No.
it was just.
I mean, every
just a
name that you're
shit show.
saying is just not
I know.
good.
I know.
It's just a list of failed QBs, and I feel bad. But
He apparently had a very good camp, by backup standards. So that's encouraging. However, obviously not the first time we've heard that anywhere
Right.
in his journeyman tenure as a quarterback in this league.
I've seen what I needed to see with him, and it's just not good.
I genuinely have nothing but love for this man and everything he has done, specifically for the Patriots. However, I'm trying my best here. I really am, but I am not optimistic. Luckily, the majority of the games that he would be playing are not saying they're definitely winnable, but they're
But
against
better than
teams
other
that
teams, yes.
against teams that they should beat. Let's put it
Mhm.
that way. It's better than the back half of the schedule where it's Bills and the Bengals are in there somewhere, and I don't think the Bengals that we see now are going to be the Bengals we see at the end of the year. So that is right there enough for me to say, what the hell? I don't know. I'm trying my best to be as optimistic as possible about this. I just think the main reason why it's
Right.
going to be Hoyer and not Bailey Zappi is because
He
he's
has
a
playing
rookie.
games. Yeah, but like I
He-
get that. I do get that, but you also drafted him in the 4th round, That
Yeah.
you wasted your draft pick on him.
Well, I mean, they wasted their 5th round draft pick on a kicker, however many years ago, who ended up being psycho right wing Trumpy
been
boy.
there
So
been there before. We had exactly one of those, and guess where he was from? If you could guess one school where he was from, take one guess.
Somewhere in Texas.
No. You know this school that I hate. Oklahoma. We drafted an Oklahoma kicker. He's now the kicker for the Lions. Also shout out the Lions.
A lot of sense.
They're putting up points, They're not winning, but they're scoring.
This Lions team might be a sleeper wild card team. I'm feeling it.
I like them. I like the coach. I like what they're doing. Jamal Williams.
I love him.
Yeah, he's awesome. He is an awesome guy. One time I asked him because he was on a show with me, and do you know Sir Yacht?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was on with us one day. We were just talking random stuff, and I was like, "What do you think about your coach biting him in the kneecaps?" He said, "Fuck biting him in the kneecaps. I'm kicking them in the nuts." And I'm like, "Dude, you can't say that." But like, funny. But yeah.
No, he's awesome. He should have studied up though. That 3rd pump he did. That's what gets him in trouble.
Far too many, and he went one more. He had 4.
Yeah, he did.
That it wasn't thrusting though, more like a wave.
No.
That's just his justification of whatever happened.
I don't think so.
He said it was more like a wave. It wasn't really thrusting, but he said he was disappointed in himself for getting the team a fine.
Hey,
penalty. And I said, way to own it.
Yeah, that's as long as you take responsibility for your actions. Here you go.
Mm-hmm.
The Pats play them in 2 weeks, and it's looking like it's going to be a matchup of Jared Goff and Brian Hoyer.
Oh God. Yeah, that's just like every QB matchup that we've been having is just like exactly what the people want. Like Cooper Rush and Daniel Jones, like I couldn't have asked for a better matchup. Also, quick on the Cowboys.
Shout out to their defense. Last night, though, single-handedly winning me my fantasy matchup of the week to bring me to 3-0 on the season. Love it. Great.
Well, I just have a quick comment
they needed to do
about the Cowboys and what everybody's saying. Cooper Rush is not going to not going to beat out Dak.
Please.
Like, it's
Who the
not
hell-
happening.
Who's saying that?
Every freaking talk show, they're like, oh, he's been doing really well. He's been putting up some numbers. He might be able to beat out Dak. He's not beating out Dak.
They played the Giants. I'm sorry. I know the Giants were 2-0. I know they were 2-0. I don't give two you-know-whats about that.
He's not beating out Dak. I'm sorry. They're paying Dak a lot of money to be their quarterback. Dak is way better than him. I don't care that he has 2 wins. I'm happy for him to get the chance to go out there and do it, but there's no way that he's beating out Dak. Like, that's Dak's team.
He's not. It's not going to happen. It's insane to even think that is going to happen. I don't care what Jerry Jones says on his radio shows.
It's not happening.
I don't take nothing.
Yeah, there was one show today.
Crazy.
We'll not even say who, won't even say where, when, what it was on. But they said that Cooper Rush is good enough that he would be the starting QB on the Browns. I'm sorry, but like Jacoby is doing it. So maybe you need to rewatch and rethink about that choice. That is not true. I'm like, what did we do to get brought into that?
Sometimes I hate everything about sports media because we are such prisoner of the moment.
I know, me saying Joe Burrow's a bigger Baker Mayfield. Oh my goodness. But yeah, so the Cowboys, congrats on your win. There's a quarterback that I do want to talk about, and it's happening again. It's happening again. Like, I'm sorry. This brings me so much joy. Not that he sucks, but just that I'm right. Baker Mayfield, DJ Moore. There's a QB wide receiver 1 controversy in Carolina. They're saying it's the coach's fault. It's not Baker Mayfield. But how many wide receiver 1s can you drive away before the problem is you? Because there's a highlight reel. We're only in week 3 of every pass that DJ Moore is wide open or overthrown or underthrown. And it's like 2 minutes long.
Yeah.
So
while
it's the QB.
I think Matt Rule is not an NFL caliber head coach.
No, not at all. The coach is terrible.
Baker.
The coach is not helping
A lot
the
of
situation.
it has to do. No, absolutely not. A lot of it has to do with Baker, and maybe there's a reason why Robbie Anderson said, no, don't want this guy. Maybe everybody else is starting to realize why.
Right. 12 completions,
that, like
12 for 25, 170 yards. Your defense won you the game. I've heard that story before.
so bad.
So we'll see how long it lasts. Free DJ Moore. This is a free DJ Moore Stan account, which is my own. So
trade him to Cleveland.
I mean, might as well.
Imagine the scouts.
Okay, I thought about this situation. It's never going to happen. This will not happen. They will not do this. But imagine Carolina. They're going to look for another quarterback next year. So
you can't go back-to-back years of being really crappy with 2 new quarterbacks. It can't happen. Can't.
Yeah. So what happens if they are on a quarterback search? They can't get anyone, and they bring in a backup who is a starter this year. Kobe Brissett. What if he would take over Baker Mayfield's starting job? I think that would be one of the wildest NFL moments for me, and I would enjoy every second of it. Will not happen, but I would love it.
I feel like they should be at least in a
bad
/ good enough draft position. Yeah,
I know, but like in an ideal world, that's what I want. Like, in my ideal world,
okay. So hypothetically speaking, in a perfect world, could this happen?
Yes. Will it? No, absolutely not. But that would be my perfect.
Jacoby goes back to Carolina where he played college ball. Maybe
little homecoming.
Maybe he gets another shot at being a full-time starter. Yeah, that'd be cool. I'd be happy for him. I'll root for Jacoby wherever he goes. Almost wherever he goes.
Never will happen, but like that. Anyways, that's my ideal world. But I would just really love to see that and enjoy it. But I'm done being petty. Cool. That topic. So, I mean, I just feel like we're in an era of quarterbacks who are terrible.
Yeah. Mid.
Russell Wilson.
Russell Wilson, man.
Mid.
Holy crap. This, I know we talked about it last week, so I don't want to beat a dead horse, no pun intended, but he's not doing it for me. Nothing about it is exciting to me anymore watching him play. It's just, whatever. Like, okay,
Yeah,
the
I'm not
Broncos are on,
really.
Russell Wilson's playing. Great. I used to like kind of enjoy watching Seahawks games because of the way that offense was and stuff Russ could do, let Russ cook and stuff. Like, not anymore.
He's not really cooking much.
He's not doing anything. He's bare minimum cereal and
Again,
milk right now.
Coach not helping. But he
Okay.
is also not helping himself.
This is what I have to say, I'm going to pose a question. And it is about two coaches in the same division. Well, maybe
Well, they're
actually
both bad.
quarterbacks too.
Yes.
It could potentially be their quarterbacks too.
Coach
Quarterbacks,
bad,
coaches.
quarterback mid. Yes.
Specifically talking about the coaches right now, though. Who is on the hot seat? Is it the guy who had to hire a special assistant for football decisions, game time decisions, after 2 weeks? Or is it the guy that has been coveted for years? From Bill Belichick's coaching tree, who went into this position with a lot of expectations, with a roster that was pumped full of money. You have the best wide receiver in the league on your team, and you are the only 0-3 team.
I would go with the latter. Going with Raiders. It's Raiders. I feel like their expectations are a little bit more than the Broncos. I think the Broncos' expectations were just put on by all the fans and everybody else. They thought they were going to be something crazy. In my mind, I didn't think that they were going to be anything like that in their division. I had some hope for the Raiders. I'm not going to lie. Like, Derek Carr had a decent year. We have a wide receiver to give him something else. Maybe he will improve a little bit. I guess we were wrong. We were very, 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 very wrong on that one.
Josh McDaniels head coach project 2.0 is going exactly how I thought it was going to go.
Yeah, I mean, we have so to the Browns owners, I will say they're not always making the best decisions, clearly. Right, they're very poor in the decision-making category. They will spend money. They didn't even want him as the coach. That speaks a lot right there.
Things are very not good in Las Vegas right now. Again, like I said, the football team has a payroll that is bananas. The trade that they just made for Devontae Adams is insane. Then the contract they gave him afterward. You would expect at least one win. 0-3.
Yeah, you'd expect at least one, but we're sitting at a fat 0. So
the only team in the league to be 0-3, and your brand new superstar flashy head coach has already had to have a closed door meeting with the owner to explain himself and explain why your team is not successful. Holy shit, are things bad. Now, like I said, it's still early. When I was talking about the Dolphins and the Bills, it's still early. Things can change, and I fully expect things to change. However, could Josh McDaniels season before his first year as a Raiders head coach even ends? Because I don't think, while it sounds like a wild question, I don't think it's completely out of the realm of possibility.
I agree.
I'm just saying, I don't know, man. It's not good. And Derek Carr, I'm back on the hate Derek Carr train. I jumped off of it for
yeah, he's not really doing very well.
2 weeks. I'm back. I overrated. The guy is a little bit better than his brother, like average, straight average.
Yeah, right now he is not very. Raiders, you are not very good. You
No.
have some time to turn around, but I don't know if it happened. So, I mean, it was a dumb week of football. Like, it's just straight up dumb week of football. I really didn't
Dumb.
enjoy watching that many games. I enjoyed the Thursday night football game, obviously. Browns won. I don't think there's ever been a point in my life where
Yeah.
3 Cleveland teams have potential to be decent at the same time. This is wild.
It's fun,
It's
isn't it?
kind of wild. I don't think any of them
It's really
I
fun.
don't think any of them are gonna do anything like super crazy, like win anything, But it is fun to enjoy
Yeah.
watching and
Yeah, after a long time of having that and now not having that, I'm so jealous.
yeah.
I want it back so
We'll go in like
bad.
phases where like the baseball
'Cause
team is good, the basketball team is good, the baseball team is good, the basketball team is good. Never all together, so yeah.
But never
Yeah,
at
they
the same
said that there's
time.
never been a point where the Browns and the Guardians baseball team, they've never been in sole possession of first place at the same time.
No way. And
Besides,
now
yeah. Oh, that's crazy.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I'll get into this a little bit later.
Right. But you're joining the Guardians bandwagon for now, so at least you can enjoy them if they win. We'll see.
Yeah.
But week 4, we have something different for you guys. It's just for fun. For fun, but yes, maybe for money if we win. 4-leg touchdown parlay. 4 guys scoring. We're gonna each pick 2.
Yep.
And yeah, and just you guys can roast us. We'll post it later and say which one of these guys is gonna mess it up for us. So,
Whatever.
Bree, if you want to go first, I have a
Yeah.
list of some guys. If I'll cross them off my list, if you say them, I'll let you go first. Take it away.
I am going to start with somebody who is on my fantasy football bench after last week and the way that my starters performed. He is not going to be on the bench anymore, and that is Ramondre Stevenson.
Oh, Ramondre touchdown? Oh
Hell
my
yeah.
god.
He had one last week. Both running backs actually had one last week. With Brian Hoyer in at quarterback
You're
against
right. Okay, that
the
makes
Packers,
sense.
I don't think it's really going to be that much of an air raid. So I am fully expecting the ground and pound offense, two-headed bowl of Damian and Ramondre, and I am all
Wow,
in
I
on
love that.
Ramondre Stevenson
I'm a big
touchdown.
Ramondre stan. I agree with this. I think that one's way bold. I love that. Okay.
Oh yeah, yeah, I'm just going straight balls to the wall here.
Now,
I'm doing it.
okay, well, then that doesn't cross anybody off my list at all. I thought I was going to cross one off and then it'd be easier to pick from. I have like 6 people down here. I'm going to go with the man that everybody is complaining about on their fantasy team. No way that he's not going to score a touchdown this week. It's Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson is going to score a touchdown. It's going to happen.
I thought you were going to say
Screw
Jonathan
him.
Taylor because the last 2 weeks.
No, I'm just kidding about that. But he's been so I'm going Justin Jefferson.
Yeah, I know. Okay. I really want to go double running back here, but I don't know. I don't know if I am.
Okay, well, what are your options?
I'm thinking Jonathan Taylor because he can't go 2 weeks in a row without scoring and keeping it under 100 yards. Can't happen.
I agree. Also, I don't like it's a divisional game, so I feel like he's gonna be pretty amped
It's
up.
gonna be stupid,
Right?
because those division games, both South divisions, those games are just dumb. So there's that too. Also, one of the 2 Green Bay running backs, Patriots defense, the way they are unable to stop the run.
I like the Jonathan Taylor. I do.
I think I do too. However, I also have a few receivers in mind. Mike Evans is back this week against the Chiefs. Chiefs defense is not
right.
crazy
I have 3 receivers written down. My next 3 that if you didn't pick any of them, I would select from the three, and that's Mr. Bateman, CeeDee Lamb,
Yep.
and Hollywood Brown. I don't know which
Yeah,
three I
Hollywood
want
had a
more.
really good game. Really good game on Sunday.
Right, and they're
I
playing
think,
against Panthers. I mean, the defense is okay, but I think they
yeah,
beat the Panthers.
I think I'm gonna go Mike Evans here. That feels
Not
like safe
Jonathan
bet.
Taylor?
No, I think I'm gonna go Mike Evans. It feels safe to me. That connection with Tom Brady is nuts. Back from a suspension, he's probably pissed the hell off. The only that is they're supposed to get hit with a hurricane.
Yeah, so like
So
where's the game gonna take place? Is
where the hell are they gonna be playing? I don't necessarily think that matters if it's not gonna be in Tampa, but forgot about that part. All right, I'm double running back. Jonathan Taylor and Ramondre
okay.
Stevenson. I'm double dipping.
So
Final answer.
now I will pick one from my full list and people that I have. And like you can help me pick from these, but because I really cannot decide. I have TJ or Jay Hawkinson. I have
Okay.
Rashard Bateman, CeeDee Lamb, Hollywood Brown, and then I have Nick Chubb, but I don't want to be a homer. I don't want to pick Nick Chubb. He's already scored 4 touchdowns. Maybe they'll share the wealth with Kareem, so I'll stay away from him. Now, I have Rashard Bateman, CeeDee Lamb, Hollywood Brown. I think I'm going to remove Bateman because I am scared of the Bills.
Yeah. Their secondary is still going to be pretty short this week, though.
Right. But, I mean, you have J.K. Dobbins back.
Mm-hmm.
You have Lamar running everywhere. I just don't know.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I'm
Good
just going to
point.
remove that one. So I am down to CeeDee or
I think
I'm going to go CeeDee because
yeah. Cardinals, man, they're pissing me off. Everything they're doing is pissing me off.
I am going CeeDee Lamb because they are playing the freaking Commanders.
Oh, well, speaking of a stupid divisional game,
that'll do it.
Okay. I don't hate it.
Okay, so that's the 4 we're going with. Ramondre,
Yep.
Justin Jefferson, Jonathan Taylor, CeeDee Lamb.
Ramondre should up the value on this.
Yes, he should.
It's still pretty likely.
Okay.
So I like this. I like this a lot. Nervous now, but I like it.
No, it's good. It's good. It'll work out. It's gonna work. If not, we'll try again next week. Has to work sometime, you know. There's just enough options that has to work. But yeah. Now, the games.
I don't like any of my picks this week. I really don't.
Me either. But I picked there's been a lot of underdogs. Like there's been a lot of underdogs winning. I picked quite a few this week, and I'm probably going to regret that. But I thought picking the games I picked last week were going to be really good, and I literally got almost every single one wrong besides like the Browns.
I'm going to preface this segment by saying, and I hope I'm going to make sure that we cut this and clip it so it gets posted when we post our picks for the week. I hate every single pick that I made. I want to change almost all of them, but I'm not comfortable with.
We're gonna stand beside it.
I want to keep. That being said, I'm
go time them all. Here we go.
Except I want to change this first one so bad.
No, we're going with it. We are going with the Dolphins.
I want to.
We are going with stay strong. We're going with the Dolphins. This is why. We're going with the Dolphins because Tyreek Hill is about to put Eli Apple in a freaking blender, and the toast memes are going to be posted. I don't care. We're going with the Dolphins.
I want to change it so bad. I want the Dolphins. I want the Dolphins to prove me right that this is not a sustainable product. Here.
I need the Bengals to lose. You need the Dolphins to lose.
I need these jerks to lose. Also, because last week I picked the Bills to win that game, and there was a little college freshman in the comments that said, "Oh, keep sleeping with the Dolphins." And I was like, okay, I'm going to pick the Bills until somebody gives me a reason not to. And of course, this is the week where they have literally nobody on the field and they lose. This little 12-year-old boy is in my comments saying, "Oh, I told you, sweetheart. Ho, ho, ho. I hate being right." I need the Dolphins to lose.
Listen, really quick. If you're a man, don't use sweetheart. Do not use honey. Do not use any of these words. They're just really weird. Don't do it.
Unless you are like my grandfather.
Don't do
call
it.
me sweetheart.
Because that makes
Don't
me
do
want to
it.
fist fight you.
I want to punch you right in the mouth. Stop. I
don't know you.
Especially
Yeah.
if I don't know you.
Yeah, I don't know you. That's the thing.
Really
I
get
don't
out
know
of
you,
my-
so don't
get
do
out.
it. Anyways, really quick, but you're talking about the Bills. I know we're already giving the picks, but I will say I don't like that they lost, but it's probably good that the Chiefs and Bills lost now
Yeah.
instead of winning like the Dolphins are about to do. Then it takes a little pressure off of you.
Yeah.
So I guess if you want something to feel better about, Bills fans, Chiefs fans, maybe that. Giants fans, no, you are not in that category. You're not in that category. Anyways, are you going with
what's
the
the next
Bengals?
No,
We're sticking.
I'm gonna
with the
keep
Dolphins.
it. I'm gonna keep it the Dolphins, and I think this
Okay.
is where their luck runs out.
So,
I think this is the last win.
I mean,
and
they
then
have some easy games, but
Don't tell me.
we won't worry about that. Anyways, they're winning Thursday Night Football. Amazon's coming to Cincinnati. They're about to eat some Skyline chili. Wow, the Dolphins win. Eli Apple. Sorry. Okay, Vikings. We got
Alright,
the Vikings. We
next
got
one.
the Saints. Jameis. Yeah, I don't know what you're doing. Don't know what you're doing.
I want everybody who picked the Saints to win this division, everybody who had the Saints going far in the playoffs to apologize right now.
Yeah, it's not looking very good. And I thought they were going to be okay. Now, you had the new wide receivers coming in there. I thought they were going to be kind of decent, but they're looking kind of really not.
No, I saw a lot of people overhyping them going into the season, and I stayed the hell away from that. One, because I thought you all were absolutely crazy, and two, because I'm a Tom Brady Homer crazy fan person, and I'm never going to pick against that guy. But like, holy crap, the Saints do not look like what people thought they were.
No, and then everybody's getting injured.
Isn't
Mike
this
Thomas can't stay on the field. Jarvis Landry
Isn't
can't
this
stay
the
on the
London
field.
game though?
Yeah, I think
Shit,
so.
is
Okay.
okay.
That's so early. That's gonna be really okay. So Justin Jefferson
6:30 in the morning for me. You think I'm getting up and watching
God
that?
damn.
Absolutely not.
Justin Jefferson is scoring 2 touchdowns in this game. Come back when that happens.
Okay.
He had a couple bad weeks. Happening.
I'm in with the Vikings win. I think if we're looking at this from a pure quarterback standpoint, one of these mediocre quarterbacks has to lose, and I think it's going to be Jameis this week. What was that?
The point. Divisional game. Titans, Colts. The Colts just got their first win. That was a little wild. I mean, okay, they beat the Chiefs. Cool. The celebration. I mean, you beat the Chiefs, and that was your first win. You guys. It's giving how when you know the game last year.
I sure do.
So I get you're excited when you win, but I get you beat the Chiefs, and I think you're gonna win here, but I don't think the Chiefs are very good. You probably still could win your division, but I don't think you're very good.
I'm not comfortable with saying that this is gonna be a win for the Colts. I'm starting to feel iffy about this one.
It's kind of a toss-up here. All their games are.
Again, battle of the mid quarterbacks. Matt Ryan, I think, he's kind of fallen off.
Yeah, I said last week he's on a Midwest vacation. He's not here to play football. He's here to make some money and relax and ride out the career.
And if Derrick Henry gets back to Derrick Henry form for real, if we're starting to see King Henry, I'm not so sure how I feel about the Colts. They're still missing back on defense. I don't know. I'm gonna stick with my pick, but I'm not comfortable with it.
I'm just gonna go.
Really want to change it. I think
they're just gonna keep their little high off the Chiefs into this week. Don't think it'll last forever, but I will say, sure.
Yeah, whatever.
I hate this next game
again.
Yeah, Bears Giants. If
trash.
you are like willingly going out of your way to watch this game, no offense to either of these teams, what's wrong with you? Yeah, what's wrong with you? I feel bad for Daniel Jones. He was like crying on the field because he was so bad.
I feel so bad. I
He
literally
looked
said
so
last night
sad.
when they showed him walking off the field, I was like, I genuinely feel bad for this guy because the New York media
Oh, they
is
eat him
the
alive.
toughest.
Eat him alive.
This poor guy. Listen, I know he's not a good quarterback, but oh my God, does he not deserve the shit that he gets from the papers and the radio in New York? And it's just so hard, and I feel bad. So I'm gonna pick the Giants this week because I was kind of impressed last night. I didn't think that they were gonna play as well as they did last night, well being a relative term. I just don't think either of these teams are good, and somebody's got to win. So I'm going to go with the home team, one that has Saquon. Daniel Jones showed me little tiny flashes last night of, okay, maybe he's not as bad as y'all think.
Yeah, I'm only going with the Bears.
Comfortable going all the way there yet, but
only going with the Bears for the fact that it would be so funny to watch the Giants lose after the 2-0 haven't lost a game parade. My only reason for going for the Bears, I don't think they're very good. Justin Fields does not throw the ball. They don't even let him throw the ball. So, yeah, the only reason, because it'd be funny.
Listen, I don't hate it, and I don't necessarily think you're wrong. I think.
Now, this game is my favorite.
I'm staying far away.
This is my absolute favorite game of the week. I've been looking forward to this game for so long. We have the Bills playing against the Ravens, and I'm making a bold pick, and I'm picking the Baltimore Ravens to beat the Bills at home. I put this in my prediction at the beginning of the year. Now, we put those predictions out. Yep. I'm just, in my mind, I'm thinking Lamar's going to have a comeback season. Lamar's going to be really damn good. That's what he's doing. He's about to light up the Bills, crumbled. I shouldn't use the word crumble because when they use the word crumble, bad things happen. But he's about to wreck the Bills defense.
So,
all I got. I'm going hard on Lamar. I love Josh Allen. I do. I think he might be MVP, but Lamar is coming for you, and this game will determine.
When I made this pick this morning, I completely forgot that the Bills defense was as decimated as it is. So again, I want to change this, but I'm going to stick with it. And maybe this is just going to be a shootout because
Ravens defense is a little sus at the moment too.
Ravens defense isn't that great. I wasn't all that impressed on Sunday against the Pats. I mean, I feel like a lot of what success they did have is credited to Mac Jones.
Right, like a sack and an interception, like
throwing them up and stuff. So I'm going to stick with Buffalo on this one. I think it's going to be an offensive madhouse of a game. But I'm going to, yeah, Buffalo, but not changing.
Texans, Chargers,
teams that are
going
decimated right
now.
Going
with Chargers. I mean, Justin Herbert hurt. Probably shouldn't be playing, but I think he's better.
I want to kick the crap out of Brandon
Staley.
He's
so better than the Texans. I don't like the Texans. All I got, I don't really care about any Texans.
Yeah. No, Texans are not good. Chargers are dropping like flies, though, but I still don't think that is enough for the Texans to win. Keenan Allen should be back on Sunday. Justin Herbert, again, is going to play. Don't necessarily think that's the best idea, but
not our choice to make.
They're going to do what they want to do. So I'm just going to go out on a limb here and say that none of this is looking good for my preseason bet of Justin Herbert MVP. So that's great. But other than that, I'm going to, the Texans just are not good. Sorry.
Seahawks, Lions. The obvious answer for this pick, the Detroit Lions. That's all I got to say. The Lions. They are better. Seahawks, sorry. Lions are the coolest team in the NFL.
I love everything about this football team. I'm going to say it again. I love them. And that itself is enough for me to pick them. Unless it's like a matchup where they're obviously not going to win. I'm going to ride with them. So I am going Detroit Lions. Dan Campbell and the boys get it done.
Now we have another shitty football game. See, it's just like a common trend of saying these games are going to be bad.
Yeah.
But this is a shitty football game that I think I'm going to enjoy. Just for the fact that I hate one of the teams playing. So we have the Jets, we have the Steelers. I'm picking the Jets. I'm picking Joe Flacco to beat the Steelers. in Pittsburgh. I can see like a Mitch.
Is it going to be Joe Flacco though?
I'm saying it is. They shouldn't put Zach Wilson out
Is
there.
Zach back?
Well,
No?
he shouldn't go on the field.
I think this is the week that they're saying Zach is going to be back.
Well, they should
though. So
keep him on the sideline so maybe that they can win. Mitch, sorry, not impressed. Yeah, there's nothing.
No.
Yeah, like their fans are so ruthless to Mitch right now, and I feel bad, but it is kind of deserved.
I mean,
You gotta.
I'm
play
gonna.
better.
All that being said, I'm gonna take Pittsburgh just because if it is Joe Flacco, I watched what happened this past Sunday, and oh my God, was I not impressed. If it's Zach Wilson, again, oh my God, not impressed. Don't really think he's all that good. And he's coming back from an injury, so probably going to be a little bit rusty. So even though there's going to be no TJ Watt, again, I think the Pittsburgh defense is going to have their way with this. Even if Minka doesn't play, I know he's in concussion protocol from Thursday night. Still think Pittsburgh can get this done. So, and I'm not picking the Jets because if the Jets win this game, and the Patriots lose, which I am expecting them to do, the Patriots will be last in the division. And
yeah, no, we don't want that, but I also don't want this.
Yeah, again, another one where I need my division to lose and you need yours.
Yeah, a lot of AFC matchups. So Jags, Eagles,
Crossover.
Trevor Lawrence. I'm impressed with everything that he's doing. I'm impressed with the Jags. They are a pleasant surprise. Maybe Urban Meyer was the problem. I mean, would ever think that idea, you know?
Could have guessed
right.
that.
So
could have guessed that.
I like what they're doing. I'm excited to watch them. I've seen a lot of people. So I posted it on our account today because I've seen a lot of people saying that they'd rather have Trevor Lawrence over Joe Burrow for the next 5 years. And that's why I posted because I've seen the takes all week. Yeah. Hilarious. So, I mean, I wouldn't. I would not. I'm not at that point yet. Could he get there? He could. No. He could get there. But right now, no. So, picking the better quarterback here. Jalen Hurts. Eagles are like the real fucking deal.
Yeah. The Eagles are legit, and I'm really surprised. The AJ Brown addition is like paying dividends. Jalen Hurts is insane. I have never been more thankful for a fantasy player than I am with Jalen Hurts. It's like week after week, like he is the one that I can count on and know what I'm gonna get. Everybody else on my team, I don't know. But he's so good. I know it's early. I know I've said that however many times during the show. The Eagles should be right now the odds-on favorite to come out of the NFC.
I mean, yeah, no one else stands a chance.
Maybe this is a prisoner of the moment kind of thing.
No, they're good.
But I don't think that that's going to change.
They're really good. No one else is doing what they're doing.
Until the wheels fall off. Like, I'm riding with the Eagles, which is disgusting. I hate it. Hate everything about it. But I can admit when a team is good, and oh my God, are the Philadelphia Eagles
I can see this game being close.
Yeah,
I can see it being an actual good game. Yep. So with that being said, still Eagles. But this is a game I feel like people are gonna have some like hot takes on.
Yeah,
but we shall see. Browns, Falcons. So the Cleveland Browns they should be. Like if Myles Garrett plays, I think that's ridiculous. I don't think he should play in this game at all. He was just in a car crash. The car rolled like 3 times. I don't think he should play. Just take the week off. I'm sure your body's super sore.
Lucky.
And walking away from that,
he walked away with the minor injuries he walked away with, man.
Also, the takes that people are having about it, just like
scary.
Maybe just don't be like super insensitive to the situation. He was literally leaving practice.
What do you
expect? It's 3 p.m. in the afternoon. He said he was moving out of the way to not hit a deer. That's pretty believable in Ohio, driving on a country road in a Porsche.
Yeah.
When the roads are wet, it's been raining all week. I mean, Yeah, the takes that people have been having are like just like so fucked up. But of course, I mean, this always happens. So glad he's okay. Don't think he should play. That being said,
Yeah,
the
for
Cleveland
real.
Browns win this
Absolutely
game.
not.
They're better than the Falcons. There's nothing else I can say that they're better than the Falcons. Nick Chubb is the best running back in the NFL right now. I don't think there's anyone doing anything better
Yep.
than him.
The Falcons, I will admit, are not as bad as I thought they were going to be this year.
They're putting up points.
In that same breath, they're still not very good.
Mhm.
They're still not very good. Cordell Patterson has like the second most rushing yards in the league right now or something, which good for him. I love that guy. So I'm really happy for him, but that is crazy to me. Yeah, I don't know. The Falcons are I can't get a full read on them. But I do not think
Yeah.
that they're going to win this football game, even if he doesn't play, which I don't think he should.
Don't think he should play.
But I like what the Browns are doing right now. I'm just Jacoby specifically.
Yeah, I
very
like
happy
what
for him, so I
Jacoby
think that
in the
continues.
offense is doing. Defense could be a little better. If they lost this game,
Yeah.
I would not be surprised. But that's just any Browns game. Like I would
Really?
never be surprised if they lose. It's
Okay.
just
I kind of agree.
Just, like,
because
so
the Falcons
Cleveland.
have put up a pretty good fight in every game they've played this year.
and the Browns defense has almost put me out the window every single game that they've played this year. So what a combo.
That too. So this next one, Commanders at Cowboys. I'm here to go on my victory lap again of Carson Wentz.
Yeah, Cooper Rush is better than Carson Wentz. That's all you gotta know.
Cooper Rush is the superior ginger in this matchup. Cooper
Carson
Rush,
Wentz. And there's
Carson
a big
Wentz.
gap between the two right now. The Cowboys win.
There's a big gap.
CD
Cowboys
touchdown, Cowboys
I-
win. It's gonna be like 45 to like 10.
Yeah, it's either gonna. I think it's either gonna be a massive blowout like that, or it's gonna be like a Big Ten football game, and it's
Like a
gonna be like
safety
13-10
And
final. Yeah,
yeah.
we might get somebody stepping out of bounds again, like Jimmy.
He's lucky that it wasn't a pick six. And that's all I'll say about that. We have an Oklahoma quarterback battle. Battle of the Oklahoma quarterbacks.
Carolina hosting
Love this.
the Arizona Cardinals.
I love it.
I hate the Arizona Cardinals right now.
Yeah, they're not very good.
I hate them. I'm so annoyed with everything they're doing. I have James Conner as one of my running backs, and he's doing nothing for me, so he's getting benched this week. Now, naturally, of course, he's going to score like probably 3 touchdowns because that's just how it works. And Baker Mayfield stinks, so I'm going.
Yeah, I'm going
Arizona.
with the quarterback who's better at Call of Duty. The other quarterback that plays Call of Duty. That's Kyler Murray. Really hard to determine the two between that statement, I know, but I'm going with Cardinals. I hope Arizona fans have a great day, and I hope Oklahoma fans suffer. All I got.
Oh. This next one, a battle of the really bad first-year head coaches.
Bad coaches, bad teams. There's no way that the Raiders can lose again. They have to win. There's no way they can lose again.
They totally can, though.
I know they can, but like I'm
can.
just telling myself,
And
I just can't. They literally. I just feel like you can't do it. They can't do it. They have to win.
I'm gonna pick them again this week because I agree. I don't think they go.
I've picked them every
0-4,
effing week.
but I seriously,
This is
I know.
my last one.
I kind of would love it though.
I just feel like they can't. You know, you really can't do it. And I think it just goes on par.
No, you can't, especially in a divisional game.
It's just so Broncos for them to lose this with Russell Wilson.
Another divisional game. Don't know.
Yeah, I'm
gonna stick with Vegas, but this is gonna be just a beautiful disaster in every way.
Yeah.
Kind of excited for it, actually.
Same.
Speaking of disasters, this next game, we were gonna go to this game, and now I'm really glad we're not.
Save your time, save your energy. You do not need to go watch Aaron Rodgers. No. Watch from home. Think you will have a better day.
real glad we're not making the trip. Listen, I want the Patriots to win every single week. I do. I really, really do. This is not going to happen. I would have given them a better shot if Mac Jones were to play and things were normal, but I still would have picked the Packers in this game, given their own issues. But with Brian Hoyer, I just don't.
Man,
I don't. I can't.
You know what's like the worst part about this? The worst part about this, if you're a Patriots fan and you love Tom Brady, that he had to play him when it now has to play the Patriots. Like, that's messed up.
How do you think I feel right now?
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's messed up.
I watched that stupid ass freaking game last Sunday, and now I have to watch Aaron Rodgers again. I'm so sick of this. I'm sick of them. They're gonna win though. I mean, watch Brian Hoyer go out and like shock the world and put up
would be cool.
The most insane stat line in the history of the world.
But I'm a little nervous for him.
Actually die. Yeah, no, I'm not. I'm not feeling great about it. Even though the Packers are going to be they're a little banged up right now. I don't think that makes a difference. But speaking of Mr. Tom Brady, Kansas City at Tampa Bay is our Sunday night football game of the week. Hopefully we finally get a good primetime game.
Hopefully
for all 4 quarters
game.
Well, that too. Yeah, they have to play. They're gonna have to move the game, right? This Hurricane's gonna beat the living crap out of Tampa Bay.
Yeah, it's supposed to be Category 5. I've seen every video that I need to see that's going to be really bad. So,
yeah, there's no way that this is in Tampa, but I don't think that matters.
I'm going with Kansas City. I think, and I'm sorry for what I'm about to say, I think Tom Brady's done.
Oh, come on!
I think he's done. Did you not see his face? Did you see his face?
Yeah.
He looked more miserable than I've ever seen. He looked more miserable than Daniel Jones.
Okay. Yes, I agree. However, they went into that game with Rashad Perryman, Russell Gage, and they picked up Cole Beasley midweek, and that was their offense.
I think that was the reason why they lost.
Me either.
Cole Beasley. It's Cole Beasley. That's why they lost.
Well, listen, I'd be miserable too if that's what I had to freaking deal with. So
I think he's miserable
Mike
before
Evans
that.
back this week. Yeah.
He has a lot going on. Yeah,
he all sunshine and rainbows right now.
He has a lot going on. So I'm going with the things at home that are a little bit better. And I know there's Jackson Mahomes there, but seems a little better.
Are they better though?
Yeah, they post all kinds of. They're posting all kinds of cute videos, cute content. Yeah, looking like a pretty good life to me. So I'm going with the family man, Patrick Mahomes. Oh, God.
I am sticking with Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. If nothing else, because he has a winning record against Patrick Mahomes. If absolutely nothing else. And I'm going to come out and say it. They absolutely should have won that game last week. So.
Might be a little Super Bowl revenge.
I said it last week. I'm going to say it again. I can't, in good faith, pick against Tom Brady, especially against quarterbacks that I do not like. And I obviously don't like Aaron Rodgers. I don't like Patrick Mahomes. 2 weeks in a row. I can't imagine if they lose this game too. I'm going to be on like watch.
At least you have the Guardians to hold you together now.
That's it.
Right. Okay, the last and final game.
This one's.
For some reason, the 49ers are favorites. I mean, it's a home game, but the Rams are just better.
It's a home game, that's why.
The Rams are
better. If they don't start throwing to Allen Robinson,
no.
I'm gonna start to camp out outside of SoFi until it happens, because this man is. I know last week he had a ball go right through his hands, and yeah, that's on him. But please, Jimmy G, what's going on, man?
I mean,
This
no
was
one's
supposed to
surprised.
be your resurgence, your second act. This was supposed to be good for you.
No.
Step out of bounds. Your own
And
end
you
zone?
throw a
What's
pick
happening?
six.
What's
You're
going
lucky
on?
that you didn't actually.
I'm going to take the Rams simply because of Aaron Donald. I don't like either of these teams. I don't like this matchup. I'm taking the defense that I think is going to give the quarterback the worst amount of problems.
Yeah, Jimmy G's not going to have a good day. So it's the Rams.
I don't
Rams
think
win this
so.
game.
Again, I hate this slate of games this week. I just don't feel good about any of them. So weird. Oh shit, we're doing this for a long time today.
I know. Like, we could talk Celtics if you want to.
Yeah, I feel like we should. We should just touch
Just
on
a
it.
quick little.
Obviously, things with the Boston Celtics are kind of messy right now, to put it lightly.
Right. I mean, it's like every day in sports, there's something new
Every
with a
day.
different team. It's kind of exhausting.
It's
not surprising, and that's sad.
yeah. I mean,
So
this whole situation
it's
is
very weird.
I do want to say though that the way it was reported and the way it continued to be reported after the initial reports is the reason why this became the social media shitstorm that it did.
Mhm.
And I think these two reporters specifically, obviously we all know who they are. I'm not going to name, need to be held accountable for it specifically because of the way it affected the women in the Boston Celtics organization. You
100%.
had people
Making
doing
assumptions.
research just to see what women are on the staff and tweeting out images of them and implicating them in this situation when
You don't know anything.
they have no
You don't
they
know if
have
it's a
no
coach. You
involvement
don't know if it's like
whatsoever.
someone that cleans the building. You don't know if it's someone in the management, someone in ticket sales. You don't know who it
It's
is. It could be anybody
the
in the organization.
way it was reported, how vaguely it was reported, the time in which it was reported, like everything about it is bad. And I'm going to put that on the two reporters who we go to for our NBA news religiously. Because supposedly the Celtics opened up this investigation months ago, and it's gone up until now without any leaks. So I don't think it was the Celtics that tipped off these two men. I think it was somebody else involved in whatever way. I'm disappointed. I'm really disappointed in Ime Udoka specifically for his, I don't even want to call it a lapse in judgment because I feel like that's another term for a mistake. And this wasn't a mistake. This was a conscious decision that he made and
to make.
it seems like continue to make. And I'm really disappointed because he was supposed to be
the next great coach.
The coach
for, sure.
for the foreseeable future. Like he was supposed to be here for a while. He's suspended for all of this year. There's no word on what's going to happen after this year, but if you ask me, I don't think he's going to come back. And it
I
sucks.
don't think
I
he
mean,
will come back either.
In his first year, he took this team to the finals, and that was supposed to be a really, really good launching point for this group as a whole. And now, obviously, it's not. Joe Mazzulla is the new head coach. He has his own issues. They were in college, but I don't really think that matters.
Right.
It's frustrating. It's again, it's just another episode in why being a woman who is a fan of sports is difficult because of things like this, where one bad thing happens and somebody is removed from their position and the person that's put into their position also has a checkered past. So I will give credit to Brad Stevens in this situation, specifically Brad Stevens. Because in the press conference the other day, I think he handled it as best as you could in this situation.
Yeah, I watched the press
terms
conference and I have some like comments about it to say. I feel like some of the things they were saying were really weird, and how they were going about it was very weird. They basically made it seem like they weren't going to tell anybody about this. They brought in their legal people to go about it, do whatever things they need to do. And it seems like they weren't going to tell anyone, and then it was leaked, and then they made the decision to do the suspension like very quickly because it was put out into the media.
So what I think is, because they had this firm come in and do the
Mhm.
investigation, I don't want to say I believe them completely, because I mean, organizations do
Right.
shady stuff all the time. I'm not going to sit here and act like they're like as good as they come. I mean, anybody would do whatever. That's not the point. But they said that they opened up this investigation in July and it just wrapped up a couple days before this leak came out. So I want to say I believe that, and this leak came from somebody. This is just my personal opinion. I have no information on this whatsoever. This is just based on the facts that we have been presented. This is what I think. I feel like the leak came from somebody surrounding Ime Udoka. Because the organization would have nothing to gain from leaking that. You had staff members say that they had no idea about this until the reports came out on Twitter. The players at Media Day yesterday said the same thing. They found out through Twitter that they were going to be out their head coach. So I want to believe that wholeheartedly, that that's the timeline's accurate and everything. But if it's what you said, it wouldn't surprise me, because a big organization like this, you've seen other sports organizations specifically cover stuff up and whatever. So as a fan of the team and the organization, I feel like they are a good example of what organizations should be like, how they should be run, and things like that. So I want to believe that. The whole situation just kind of clouds that for me.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Also, it's
I
very
need more
telling.
information.
Very
I do.
telling
I
about the
need,
situation that he is the only person being punished.
yeah.
There's no other
So
party being punished. He is the only one facing any kind of repercussion for what's going on.
which leads me to believe that it's not so much that there was
What
a
everybody is
workplace
saying, yeah.
relationship than it was a
Mhm.
predatory relationship and
What
it got
is,
out of hand.
yeah, happening with it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like, even see, I don't
And
want to make us like, this is not an assumption. Like, it could even be like something like, let's say, very consensual relationship. One party says, I don't want this to go on anymore, and the other doesn't like that.
then that's
Right.
yeah, that's kind of how it seems to me, especially with the Athletic article
Mhm.
that came out, that said that's basically what it was. The woman that's involved with this decided that she did not want this anymore, whatever it was. And then there was unwanted
Yeah.
contact, I believe is the way it was put. So again, it's really hard to talk about it because not a lot of actual information has been provided. So we can only go with what we have right now. And it's really hard to do that because you don't want to speculate and make assumptions on this stuff. But the whole situation is frustrating, and the season starts in a couple weeks.
Right. Not really
This
great. Started off.
It's bad in
Mhm.
and of itself, but it's a distraction that a team that is the betting favorite to win the finals this year and is supposed to, in my eyes, do that as a fan, but just as a basketball fan in general. I feel like with the additions the Celtics made, like this is their time.
Mhm.
But from the end of that finals last year up until now, everything that's happened to the Boston Celtics, except for the acquisition of Brogdon has made me sick to my stomach. So I'm frustrated. I hope that they can move past this. I hope that the new interim head coach, who is supposed to be the guy, meaning the player's choice, I hope it works out. I'm tired. Like
Right.
so
Yeah, it's just not
freaking
very fun
frustrating.
when your team in doing whatever they're doing that teams do all the time. Anyways, yeah,
So dumb.
very awful situation, but we'll send it off on a lighter note. If you guys want to play against us in daily fantasy football, you know what to do. We'll post a tweet this week. We'll make the lineup. We'll play against us. Maybe I'll have a better freaking team than last week. My team was so
Me
shitty.
too.
I had Josh Allen as my quarterback. I had the Chiefs defense. Dumb decision.
So did I.
So
Maybe. Yeah, maybe this
it'll
is the
only
week
go
that
up
I
from here.
actually win something. We'll
Right. It can
see.
only go up from here, ladies and gentlemen. And you know what? Happy Tuesday, and we'll see you. We'll see you next day. The
Later.
football team wins. That's it.
That's it.